Hi, welcome to the next edition of Watching the Pioneer Meta. And today we have three decks to talk about and adjacent to it, the meta right now that you see on the screen. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think about this new layout. I'm getting rid of the intro part and incorporating a little bit into this so I can get into the actual footage faster. Plus, it works better with potential live streaming. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And yeah, so before we get into it, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. We're on our way to 2,000 subs, and let's dive straight in. 24% for red deck wins, about 12 and 22% between Rakdos Demons and Is It Phoenix. Coco gaining a little bit of traction, and so is Lotus Field, which should pry on Demons. The issue with Phoenix, I'm not sure if it's still a good matchup or not. At the time I was playing it, Lotus Field just dominated Phoenix. But the issue with that is I don't know if it's what the spread is. Since Cutter, if you know, let me know in the comment section. Because I feel like Cutter could make Phoenix fast enough, maybe, to where it could win that race. Because it's still a turn 4 deck, of course. Like you need to win by turn 4. It might be still a little bit too tricky for Phoenix to pull off, but it's pretty sweet. Hammer Time getting a massive jump, and that is one of the decks we're going to be talking about. And Scapeshift Mill getting a huge jump because both of them have Final Fantasy cards in them. Food Control and Demons dropping off. Grease Fang dropping. Is It Spells, which is Prowess, about the same. So overall, there's not a lot there. Green Devotion making a resurgence. That's pretty spicy as a whole. So I kind of like how the meta is shifting, at least in this section. Red deck wins, I just feel like why is this so high? It's not because it's broken. It's definitely not that. Because I feel like red deck wins in general, as a deck, probably not that hard for Pioneer to adjust to just obliterate this thing. We have the tools, we have the cards, we have the efficient removal. We have the best stuff across the board. So I'm wondering what is actually keeping this so high of a play rate. It can't be necessarily because of wins. I mean, because this deck, we could have easily adjusted to this by now. Especially since it's been the top deck for a month or so. So what is going on with this? Because like I said, it shouldn't be that hard to adjust. We have plenty of tools for it. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the my three decks to talk about. So Boros Hammer Time is getting a nice little traction. We have new Cloud. We have the new Rishon, I think it's his name. Kellen, Kimba. I'm still surprised we're playing Kimba. Skrell, pretty sweet. Some Moxes, some Shelters, some Shadow Spears. Cutter makes a lot of sense. Aid, Portable Hole plus Hammer. We do get an extra card next season potentially. The next set, if you do want to take your opponent's turn, that's kind of a spicy sideboard maybe equipment. We have Graveyard Hate with Rest in Peace and Slash or Sash. Generic Hate against aggro with Shelter by Ghost. Artifact and Enchantment Hate with Wear Tear. Volley for red or blue decks like Spirits, but it's not really relevant. We have March of the Worldly Light. Nice target removal. Prevents death triggers from the mouse. And Cage mainly probably for Phoenix and also the Sacrifice decks. I wonder actually, does this tell me that maybe Phoenix is back on Shredder? Because this typically was used for Shredder. Or maybe, I don't think they care. I don't think they play the bounce creature anymore. Because you would need to answer that especially if you're going aggro-ish like this. But yeah, so we're playing Volley. Pretty good sideboard card, but I'm just not sure if the meta calls for it right now. Let's get to the next deck. So this deck with the Wandering Miserable, I think that's his name. We have the Lumra still in the deck. Rhythm has been kind of stock for the last two since it came out recently. We cut back on down to one Nisa, four Splunkings, four of the other combo pieces, Glimpse, nice little ramp piece on two, and we have like I said, four Lumros combos. Our in game is Oracle. After we just Luma our entire deck out, and then we just cast Oracle. We do have tutor targets here with this nice little gain 2 life. But I guess we probably, do we care about towns? I guess we do with this. Vantage, or Vestive, I think. Vestige, yeah. We have Escape Shifts, we have Stock Up to look through our deck. Forest, Starting Town, it's a little bit more towns. We have Hedge Maze, some deserts, and we have a random assortment of things. Port is the main one you got to worry about, and keep in mind when you play with the deck, that is meant for to loop with Lumra, so keep that in mind. Against red, we have Gust against artifact and enchantments like Cutter. We have Reclamation. Against Go Long decks, we do have a Bonnie Paul. Couple Negates, pretty sweet card in general for like control and mid range. Tireless Tracker for grinding matchups like mid range. Tidebinder for preventing the mouse death trigger and anything like that. You kind of want a little bit of stopping your opponent from interacting with us when we combo off, potentially too. I have one more deck to talk about, which I think is the most spiciest list of all of them. And yeah, let's get into it. So last but not least is the Storm Herald deck, featuring the new Joshua. So we can discard 2, draw 2. Kellen to help find whatever when we want. Mainly Clausification. And then we use that with Burning Anger. We do have a new card from the new set that probably makes this deck a little bit better. Instead of Burning Anger, there's a better one now. When it enters on something and they just immediately deals damage or something. So even if ETB's tapped, you still get to do the win con. Thrilling Discovery to pitch our auras. We have Fable to pitch our auras. Plus it's just this really good magic card to copy, I guess, a Herald. Momo pitches cards. We have Traverse. Since we do have some enchantments and all that kind of stuff, we could easily enable Delirium. Sideboard, we have Alpine Moon. Probably in here for the Escape Shift matchup. Cavern of Souls for control. Rhetoric, great against Phoenix. And it's an enchantment we could easily get back. Bone Crusher, probably for aggro. Skyclave Appetizers. Just a solid, I guess, body we could pick up. We have an Owlish Norn to stop ETB triggers on 3 lockdowns for aggro, obfuscation for planeswalker removal and probably mid-range threats. We have a Thrun in here for control. We have a Ox in case we want to be able to get something back from our graveyard depending on the matchup. And then we have a 1 copy of Yuna, which is, I guess, pretty reasonable as a backup plan with Storm Herald in certain matchups. And that's all I have to talk about today. Let me know in the comment section, where do you guys think Pioneer is right now? Overall, it looks like a pretty okay format. Like I said, I do think it's kind of weird that nobody is actually pivoting and addressing the red deck wins deck, which shouldn't be that hard to actually pivot and destroy that deck in the format. It's not like standard. We have the card pool for it. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think I missed? And what do you guys think about these 3 decks? And I'll talk to you guys next time.